It's the AJ and McCall show.
After the show.
Show.
Sound effects.
So producer Butters needs our help.
No.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Wait.
We
How?
You don't think you need our... All right, look.
Hold on. What do I need help on?
Writing your persuasive essay.
Existence. Persuasive essays, which I, to be honest, didn't realize anybody would actually have to do outside of like high school. Like
That's
I thought
fair.
the
No,
only
that's a good
reason
point.
why you needed to write a persuasive essay was so that you could pass your class and then go on. Like,
Well, you got to do them in college, too.
well, I didn't go there, so I don't really care.
Wow, way to hit that nerve, producer Butters. I've been working with her for what, 4 years now?
Surprise! I
I
didn't
think
go
you
to
do
college.
more essays in college than you do in high school.
Probably.
Yeah, McCall, don't you know that?
My bad. I should have just assumed. Last time I checked, assuming is a bad thing. But I understand the concept of obviously doing persuasive things because then you get what you want.
I feel like
This
I
is
got pretty
getting
good at
really-
essays.
It turns into
This is
manipulative.
getting- the way you're saying that's getting really weird. I'm uncomfortable.
manipulative.
Call's muted for a second. I didn't like that.
How dare you?
I didn't like that.
I don't know. I thought I got pretty good at essays like in high school.
Well, that's good.
I
Like
honestly,
they became easy to me like after a while because it was just like, yeah, just put a bunch of BS on a paper.
Yeah.
It's all good.
That's what I was
Yeah.
waiting for. I got really good at essays. Just put a bunch of BS down. I'm like, oh, hey, yeah, done.
Well, man, this is a really long thing. I don't really want to read it, so I feel like
6
I'll just
pages?
skim
All right,
it,
let's
call
go.
it good.
What more bull crap can I put in this?
Let's see. I can
Oh.
better
Is that how
cook
you
food.
operated, AJ?
I like writing.
I don't.
So no, I didn't operate that way.
Oh.
I feel like the least words I can say, the better.
Oh, I could have put the essay in least a lot of way least
A
words.
lot of least words.
See, look, I went to college.
More least words. I'm so proud you went to college for that sentence you just
high
put
five
out.
for that one. Way least words. Yeah,
Way
college.
least words.
It's okay.
And that's how you BS your way through.
So
Yep.
you're gonna have to understand this real quick. I'll tell the story and I'll change the details to protect the innocent. So McCall and I were talking about Martin Luther King Day because we don't get it off, right? You only
Right.
get it off for like school and stuff. So I or someone may have had a coworker that used an inappropriate word describing it because they're upset that they had that day off and not Veterans Day.
Correct.
And so of course you celebrate N-word day. And I was like, oh, I love N-words. And my brain was like,
terrible.
you gotta say one. And my brain was like, knock, say knock, go, say knock now. And my mouth was like, no, wait, that's not an N-word. I can't do
No.
this. So then I just stood in silence.
Yeah.
Yay, college.
It was we'll protect the innocent less. It was somebody that I worked with and they ended up getting fired by like head of corporate had to come out and fire them because
they're idiots.
it was a bad situation. They posted it on the internet.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow is
But
right.
just know, I was like, I should say a word that begins with N. And my brain immediately was like, knock.
Knock.
And then I didn't say it. And then my brain was like, why are you not saying knock right now?
And then
It's
you're
just
like,
like, I got
knife.
nothing.
Oh, wait, that's wrong too.
And then I was like, yeah, I got nothing. And N-word. And then,
Nothing.
so, brains. They're great.
Uh-huh.
They don't work, but they're great. But anyway, yes, producer Butters needs our help, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. See, I knew you were going to say that, and then I was like, I don't know that I want to barge into this one, so I'm just going to put myself in a position where you can come ask me, and then if not, then
I feel like I don't have much help when it comes to persuasion.
Thanks, McCall.
You're welcome.
like how he turned down our help, and then you were like, I don't think I can help you, and he was like, wow.
Wow, I'm so offended. See,
Wow.
I got to make him think it's his idea because otherwise
another person
he
that
doesn't
did
want anything to do with it.
We have a great news department here. You can run your essay through
Here's
them
what
and
I
let
do.
them proofread
Here's
it.
what I do. I
No.
plant the
There's never any
seed.
typos on that website.
I plant the seed, and then I walk away.
And then walk away.
And then as the seed starts to develop, it's like, wow, you know what? Maybe I should ask McCall's advice on this. And then I'm like totally got an artillery
I got
of
you.
help.
No, I hear you. Producer Butters, I'm so swamped. I couldn't help you anyway. Frankly, I don't want to, so.
I don't know how to be able to help.
It's fine. I don't need your help.
He's a Cancer, so I mean, he's probably like pretty dead set in that.
Oh, yeah. That's why I was like, this is interesting territory because Blunt Man over there is not
Right.
not gonna charge through the wall his way. Hey, speaking of.
Give it to me because. Thank you.
Not even speaking of. How about the opposite of blunt? So you remember how much good fun we had at my personal expense when we found out that I had an ex who is younger than me that got married to someone twice her age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know if this would surprise you or not. They got divorced.
Huh. Did the money run out?
That's a fair point to ask. Who knows? So, a little
That
bit of
sounds like a
background.
sore subject.
No, I don't know. I made the same joke.
Oh, okay.
Well, and then today I made the joke. I was like, when you're twice, I mean, how much do they really have to talk about in a pandemic? Like they really had to talk
Oh man,
to each other.
I really had to spend time like on TikTok, and he's like the clock or what? Because
Like Kesha? Nah, you didn't even get that reference.
who's a
what I was gonna
Kesha?
say.
What's a Kesha?
What's
he
a Kesha?
says.
So a little bit of background.
What's a TikTok?
Tisha.
My reddest of red flags got married was it last year? Or was it the year before? I can't keep track of time anymore.
It wasn't
2
last year because last year was a panoramic.
Okay, so they might have been married a year and a half. Anyway, I'm married to someone for sure like twice her age, if not older. And the way I found out is because it finally stumbled across my Instagram feed because I think I'm still friends with her, and I saw their wedding picture. So it had happened. And I, of course, messaged my friends that were involved in the train wreck as it was happening in my life, and they all laughed and were like, yeah, we already knew. We talked about it. And I'm like, and no one thought to clue me in to laugh on this joke. Why?
Nope.
Fast forward to this weekend. I did not find this out. Somebody slipped up, and I'm sure there'll be a meeting in the group thread that exists that's not with me. But they're like, oh, by the way, did you know she got divorced? And then they're all having this discussion like, oh, I thought she was just separated. No, I saw that she's divorced because she posted this, blah, 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 blah. So I ask, I think, what's a very obvious question. How did you guys figure this out? And like, oh, another friend sent us this thread, blah, 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 blah. So clearly there's a group thread that may or may not be about the train wrecks of the past of my life that they're in that I'm not involved in. And they had this
because
whole
they don't
discussion
want
about
you
it.
to
Be
get
mad.
butthurt and be mad.
I'm not. I laughed about it. How much I had a ton of fun
Well, all
when
of
I
your
found out
other
that she got
exes.
married. I really don't care. There's a reason they're exes. I just don't understand where they're like, oh yeah, we've had this whole discussion and no one thought.
All the time.
Because there's no way my name didn't come up. She's my ex. And they're like, we're not going to tell him. And then someone slipped up and was like, hey, did you hear? Ah, crap. I didn't mean to say that. Well, now we're in.
You're out of the loop now.
I'm
done.
just saying. They got a whole group thread without me.
Oh, you lost friends.
Ah, man.
Yeah, probably.
That's no good.
Make 2021 less personal, more digital.
Yeah.
And then make it less people-y.
People.
Yep.
I don't like it to be people-y. Side note, I'm looking at a list.
The list.
The list
Our list.
of retirement based on how much it'll cost to
You're
retire.
really going to do this, Producer Butters, right now. You're going to depress it? Okay.
I'm sorry.
Producer Butters, I apologize.
I
If
found
had
a list.
If I had a drink, I'd slide it to you to here's my condolences. but-
According to my projections, I'll have $1,000 when I retire.
It'll last half of a month. Okay.
All right, let's hear this list.
Okay. So this
I'm doing well, guys. I'm doing well.
I just want to just.
Do I want to make the statement?
I just
now?
want to.
let's do
you
it.
committed now.
Yep.
I just want to remember everyone.
You opened
remember
this can of worms.
When Producer Butters is super sad the rest of the week, it was McCall's fault. I was trying to tell a great story about my personal tragedy to make him feel
Well,
better.
I just figured because we were talking about like your ex and how she was like dating somebody that was basically retired. We were, married to.
Factual.
So I was like, hey, look, retirement stuff. It's a great segue.
Maybe she got into the taxes and realized it wasn't as good as she thought
Yeah,
it was.
right.
I'm sure he just got tired of paying for all of her crap.
Maybe. So
I'd just like to clarify, I know nothing about their relationship. This is purely jerk speculation. Okay, go ahead.
okay. If you had $1 million,
If I had $1 million.
We gotta go play the lottery.
yes, actually,
Because
the
it
answer
is
is yes.
up a lot.
We're talking $1 billion between
Why'd you
Mega
text my
Millions
brother?
and Powerball.
He's going to Idaho today just to see the border.
Wow.
It's really boring.
That's
I told
terrible.
him that.
Yeah.
But he was like, how far is it? I was like, 15 minutes
like
that way.
max.
And he
15
was like,
minutes, it's
what?
like
I'm going to go do it so I can say I've been in Idaho.
Tell him to stop at Pepperidge Farm and get some cookies.
Go meet. So
I was
anyway,
thinking Scratchers, but sure,
yeah,
either or.
Scratchers, Mega Millions, Powerball. It's a necessity.
I was thinking.
Mega Millions draws tomorrow. So just so those
Definitely
know.
get some Scratchers.
Yes.
So if you had $1 million, how far would it go in each state?
Not very.
Utah is like middle of the list on this one.
Well, there's that. There's some good news, Producer Butters.
20 years, 2 months, and 3 days. So
Well,
if you
if you-
retire at 65 or whatever.
I was gonna say 72.
85.
It's okay. You'll still have money when you're dead.
Wait, what?
Why are you retiring at
Yeah,
72?
why 72?
Isn't that when you're supposed to retire?
65.
Oh, maybe that's late retirement or something.
It's like super late retirement.
Well, yeah, because
like 63 is like early.
65 is your
65 is like
401ks, and there's a couple other, there's like pensions and stuff
It's like
that'll kick in before that.
66.
Yeah.
Oh,
But-
I thought they changed it so like you had to work till you were like 72 or something.
I mean, let's be honest, it's the American government, so probably at
Maybe.
one point.
Anyway, 20 years, 2 months, and 3 days.
So you'd be dead by the time you're.
Speaking of
I
which,
mean, only
have
if you die at 86.
Have you ever seen?
85.
You really think I'm gonna live past 80?
Have you ever
I
seen
don't
one
know.
of those tests you can take where like you enter like basic facts about yourself and
Mm-hmm.
it'll predict when you're. So Ashley had to take one for her class this
Mm-hmm.
past semester, and so she took it, and I think hers was 86. She was supposed to live to 86,
I
right?
want to take one of those
And
tests.
she was like, take it. I was like, I really don't want to take it. She's like, take it. I want to know when you're going to live by. I was like, I'm going to tell you right now, you're not going to like the answer. She goes, take it. I was like, no, I'm not doing it. So I took it. So Ashley's going to live till she's 86. She will turn 28 this year, which would mean she will live approximately 49 more years. 47.
50.
49 more years. 49 more years. 49 more years. Math sounds
59?
wrong, but whatever.
I think it's 59 more years.
59 more years.
Okay.
I took it 73. So I'm going to live 10 years less than her, and I'm also 4 years older than her. I was like, well, enjoy those 14 years. I'm not going to be around.
See, I'm telling you.
I would like to take that test. Just
And
based
to be
on
honest
whatever.
with you, like once you get up that far, I mean, at that point, it's like
It kind of
Medical
depends, though.
miracles, producer butters.
Well, it kind of depends on like how you take care of yourself before
well,
and
clearly
even
I'm not
up to
doing
then.
that well. So
Look, you can change.
got time.
You literally can change at any given moment of any day. Okay, that's the cool thing about like existing. You can make a decision and like I don't know, whoop, there it is.
I'm going to make it to 73, but I'm not going to change a single. I could live longer if I changed just now. And it's too late.
why? I mean, enjoy life.
You can enjoy life better if you like. I don't know. Take care of yourself
Nah, enjoy it while you're young.
and then be miserable for the
Yeah,
majority
producer
of your
butters,
life. You're right.
You definitely
And
did
hope you
that.
just die early.
You definitely did that. There's nothing about your circumstances that people would be like, ah, man, that's miserable. You're living it to the fullest and definitely not restricted in any way.
The max of the max. The maxest of the max.
I'm just saying in general.
Oh, okay.
All right, Utah, 20 years. Got it.
Utah's 20 years. I don't know how far Idaho is. Let me look really fast.
Wouldn't that be funny if Idaho
21 years, actually.
Oh,
Hold on.
moving to
What
Idaho,
about-
stealing a year.
What about Wyoming? Because I'm sure you can get away with a lot of crap there.
Well, it's based on like annual groceries, housing, utilities,
Well, I'm
transportation,
sure it's
healthcare.
It's not expensive to live in Wyoming because nobody wants to live there.
It's less time. 19 years.
No, so it's more expensive. You
okay,
could
so
steal
what's
a year.
what's the very top of the list?
Yeah, what's last the longest?
The longest states: Mississippi, Oklahoma,
Pass.
Arkansas,
Pass.
New
Pass.
Mexico, Kansas,
Pass.
Missouri,
Pass.
Tennessee,
Pass.
Alabama,
Pass.
Georgia,
Okay, maybe.
and Michigan. I'm
Really?
assuming Georgia is more so like not, an ATL or
the
anything.
areas where it's mostly
like,
snakes.
yeah, exactly. Snakes and marsh. Thank
It's
you.
like Wyoming, the areas where it's mostly bears and deer.
Yeah, exactly. States you burn through the fastest. Hawaii,
California.
only 10
Shocker.
years.
Yeah,
So
shocker.
10 years and 3 months. Hawaii, California, 14 years.
Not surprising.
New York, 14 years.
Still not
Oregon, 14 years. Massachusetts, 15.
Okay, I'm gonna avoid all of those places.
Florida's in the middle, by the way.
Producer Butters, the
20
key
years.
is just to move to one of those states nobody wants to live at where everything's cheaper and you'll steal years.
Bye.
Yeah.
I'm going to Mexico.
That's not a state, but okay.
That's fine.
You can live there for pretty cheap, actually.
Yeah, that's fine. With that.
You broke AJ. Good job.
We are not an educational show.
It's just entertaining.
unless it's the school of hard knocks. We'll teach you things to
Oh,
do
yeah.
by not, like, don't do this.
Yeah, lead
But,
by
I
example.
mean-
You're welcome.
Man, it's yeah.
I decided I'm not staying in the States, so
It's
bye.
a hard knock life for us.
Bruce Butters to Mexico. It's my favorite state. It comes after Massachusetts. Why did we sing that to the theme song if it's a hard knock life as opposed to the state song?
Because I said it's a hard knock life
Which
for
I've never
us.
learned. I never learned the state song.
That's sad. I learned it I was really young when I learned it.
So sing it now.
I don't want to.
I don't want to.
It depends on.
Alan, no, thank you.
I can't remember the one. There were a couple of them that I learned, but my mom taught me one that it's like has random like skippy dippies in it. I don't know how to explain it.
Alabama, Arkansas, and Washington. Named them all.
Wow, that's
Crushed
you didn't
it,
even
Bruce
get
Brothers. High
you didn't
five.
even get Alaska, you dingle nuts.
Man, who cares about Alaska?
How dare you?
It's mostly polar bears and moose.
And
the
it's cold.
coolest.
So
I'm now-
why would you want to go there?
I'm now only describing states based on the animals that I think live there the most.
Utah, the freaking seagull.
And woodchucks and ground
Rock chuck.
rock chucks. There it
Close.
is. Of the element chucks, the rock chuck is the most powerful.
Ground chuck.
Ground chuck, water chuck,
I knew
fire
one of
chuck,
those.
rock chuck.
I knew a ground chuck. Get too many alcohols in him. That's where he was.
Gosh. Okay. Clearly the weekend was not enough time to reset our brains. This ought to be a good rest of the week.
Hoorah!
I only got to go down to Tooele tonight and try and come home and do our show tomorrow, so that ought to be...
That'll be fun.
Yay.
That'll be a good time.
This has been the AJ and McCall Show. After the show!